who would like to start us off with the recap?
Who indeed?
I can't. I'm incapacitated.
Your character is incapacitated. You're fine.
Wait, since when are they?
You don't know what's going on with me.
Since when are they incapacitated? Somebody recap what happened so I know where we left off with Breia being incapacitated.
So we got into town.
That was the session beforehand. The last session left off with us at the cave of the Nagas with the genocide and the Funko products and all. You know what I'm talking about.
Right, yeah. With Breia's girlfriend, yeah. So we came out of that.
Mm-hmm.
I believe we went off to just sort of hang out for a minute. Nani almost got fed to a kraken because she decided to spook someone and say, I'm a witch.
Let me recount how exactly this shit went down.
Oh boy.
Here we go.
Okay, so I decided that I want to go check out a farm. I want to see the animals. I want to see the plants growing and stuff. I want to steal some eggs, but that's not important. What's important is I want to go check out a farm. But everybody's just like, oh, you didn't go to a farm. You went to a wheat field. So I'm like, well, I'm already a fox right now, so I guess I'm just going to fucking frolic because I don't want to waste this shit. Here we go, frolicking in the wheat field. And then it decided to live it up as a fox, but then everybody just like, get out of here, you fucking fox, and started hitting me with a broom. And just like, well, that's just not fucking nice. And Tomas is like, you should change back. And I'm like, really? Now? You want me to change back right here, right now? And he's just like, yes, now. And then somebody hits me with a broom again, so I pop up and I'm like, bitch, what if I was a witch? And everybody's just like, witch?
That is not what you said.
Not what you fucking said.
I don't need to recount it verbatim. The point is,
if you had said that, it might have been different.
Hold up. You said, and I quote, okay, well, not quote, but you pretty much said, you've angered the witch.
Fine, if everybody's gonna be as much of a particular bitch as they were last session, yes, I popped up and said, ooh, foolish mortal, you have angered a witch. And everybody collectively in the area is like, witch, and all comes and grabs me. If I was an actual fucking witch, then they would all be dead or mutilated. It would not be a pretty sight.
That wouldn't stop them from trying.
And I was so dumbfounded by how everybody just collectively, without any proof, without any trial, just collectively grabbed me and dragged me off. And then Tomas and Breia are just like bickering back and forth and watching this happening because Breia's a bitch. And then I get thrown into the lake for a kraken. and I'm like, I'm so confused. I'm just like, what the fuck is going on here? Are you guys cultists? Because if you're fucking cultists, and then everybody got mad at me. Are you cultists?
If you're cultists, you have to tell me.
And everybody got mad at me out of character, like, oh my god, you're so stupid. And I'm like, it's a legitimate question. They're throwing me to a fucking kraken.
Who did we get mad at you out of character?
I don't remember getting mad
at you. I never said that you personally were a problem.
I remember hearing everybody just collectively be like, oh my god. And I'm like, what? What did I say?
I said that about them throwing you to the kraken.
I did say that about her saying that, but I said it in character.
So anyways, I get grabbed by this giant tentacle and get wiggled around in the air. And that's when Breia finally decides to step in and say, guys, this is stupid. You guys are being stupid. Do you understand how stupid this is? You're being stupid. And everybody just kind of looked at themselves, and then they got sad, and they went away. So that's when the mayor showed up. And was
I
just
think
like,
the mayor dispersed them.
and then the mayor showed up, and it's just like, Mr. Kraken, put that horse down. And the Kraken's like, okay. And then I got put down, and then I made sparkles out of my throat.
You know what? Never mind. These are all actually the exact events that happened with no editorialization whatsoever. This is all accurate. But did you die?
I didn't die, but I'm mad. And then the others
Good.
showed up because they saw me almost die to a giant tentacle. And not the head,
But only almost.
and not the kind from Japanese anime either.
But you only almost died, so our jobs are intact.
It was the kind of tentacle from a Disney Pirates of the Caribbean movie, so you know it's bad. So, anyways, after that,
so gently.
anyways, after that happened, we finally got to tell the mayor exactly what was going on, and they probably believed us. Anybody want to pick up from there?
Oh, I don't know. I'm kind of enthralled by your fucking retell here.
I want you to do the rest of it now.
Yeah,
I want you
you're
to get
officially the
two
one who has to
inspirations for
recap
this.
every episode now.
I want you to get multiple inspirations for this. I'm dead serious.
Oh my fucking god. Okay, so the mayor, we told the mayor, and the mayor is like, oh my god, that's so fucking bad. Zombies. I don't know what to do about zombies. You guys gotta do something about zombies. And we're like, oh shit, we gotta do something about zombies? So like now we gotta figure out a way to like fortify the defenses of the town full of hillbilly cultists. And and then we realized that like somebody who can help us is like Valiant Vic Mignogna. So we need the power of Vic Mignogna, who Breia's ex-girlfriend Maeve is working for. So we had to go to Maeve and be like, "Hey, Maeve, can you hook us up with Vic Mignogna?"
I'm having a stroke.
Right.
And Breia wasn't happy about it because she's on naughty terms with Maeve. But
I'm sorry, what?
But I think that they like talked it out, and then sex happened. So
No, they definitely. Yep, there was definitely talking before that. The talking it out happened. We all know. We all saw.
she threw you over her shoulder like a sack of potatoes and carried you off.
No. She dragged her by her hair upstairs.
And Breia enjoyed it. So, anyways, then the rest of us were thinking about taking a bath, and I think that's around where we left off.
God, I hope so.
I'm just fucking flabbergasted by that retell. That was incredible.
Hot springs.
That was what happened. All of that's what happened. Yeah.
Was there anything that I missed?
No, you pretty much got it.
Yeah, he sure did.
Okay, awesome. So picking up from there.
So,
Just
after a fun little romp that lasts about 3 hours, it is now 4:30 in the afternoon. Breia, you're finally coming downstairs.
How?
She falls.
Comedy fall down the stairs, just face, ass over and over, rolling down the stairs. Yeah.
okay. Well,
Unclear whether or not she was thrown down them.
Okay, well, if she's going to go commit angry snoo for 3 hours, there's something that I'd like to do during that time.
Okay. What's that?
I would like to interact with Lafayette.
Okay.
Okay, so Nani approaches Lafayette. Lafayette, are you, for the sake of this, are we saying that you are currently in your room at the time?
Depending on when you go to talk to her, and after she savors like some of the alcohol, and probably exchange a few words with Mishpa, I'd say she retire for a room for a little bit. Yeah.
Okay, when you go to your room, Nani is going to approach you, intending on speaking with you in private.
Okay. Go ahead.
Lafayette, if I may have a word with you, alone.
Your perk and her gaze turns to meet yours as she goes for the doorknob. Before nodding, and then she opens the door and makes her way inside.
Nani nods and walks in with you.
I guess I'll just wait downstairs then.
I mean, I gave you alcohol to try. How about it?
Oh, she's waiting until the drink till you drop thing before she tries alcohol for the first time.
Save for that one that I ever so tenderly deposited down your throat.
Yes, you did force feed her one, yeah.
Okay.
How was it?
So, how did that make you feel? But yeah, after a moment, Lafayette will kind of perch herself up onto the bed and kind of just turn to stare at you with the head tilt.
Lafayette, I regret to inform you that you might be the only person that I fully trust right now with this whole the thing we're doing, the program, the reformation stuff.
Just makes like a U with her finger, just basically saying like U-turn of your life. Before she nods and then just sits properly.
The reason for that being, well, I've got to ask, why them? Tomas and Breia, why were they selected for this? The only answer that I've been given in that regard is that they seemed like good Samaritans that could guide us along the right path. But, well, I'm not sure how much research was done for that.
How much of this would I know about this?
Basically, what was given to you in your session 0. That is all you know.
I thought so. That will actually lead me to DM you a question right quick.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead. You do have a copy of the what would I call them? Because yes, you would have a copy of the sign-up papers, but you do know that it is not Thomas's or Breia's handwriting.
Okay. At that point, she'll kind of lean out, stretch out on the bed, and then raise the hand over to her bag that's hanging on the headrest of it, and proceed to dig out a couple of things. pulling out a couple of papers and documents before she rolls back up towards you and perches right back on the edge of the bed and begins to skim through the paper before showing you the sign-up papers that she was given.
Sign-up papers?
She nods and then proceeds to sign. This program was originally going to be a sign-up for it situation to those that would be willing to be good Samaritans for the situation at hand. That would be willing to provide guidance for lost souls of the Isle to basically come back and reform themselves properly. However, it didn't quite seem to turn out that way. And she kind of like scans through the papers for a second. And then she taps on Breia's paper. Have you happened to see like any of her writing at all?
Little bit.
Does she write like this? And she's gonna kind of show you the paper just to see like how it's like written out.
Not directly, so I take it that she didn't actually sign up for this.
Lafayette would nod before pulling out the other papers and looking at it. And she nods softly. And then signs out. Now this one I definitely know isn't Thomas's handwriting. And she shows the paper of that as well. But these are the two papers that were handed to us, and the two people that were quote unquote willing. And she does air quotes before sending out the word quote. Or willing rather, sorry. And are willing to sign up for the program. Before she just kind of crosses her legs.
Well, that does elaborate things a little bit. Here I thought that they were specifically chosen, but no, it was volunteer service that nobody actually willingly signed up for, and so a couple of random people were voluntold to do it.
She points at you and nods.
Great. That's great. Lafayette, I may have done something stupid today, but I don't think that it was so stupid to warrant exactly what happened to me. And Tomas and Breia, when things initially went south, the first thing they did was bicker with each other. It's very coincidental that the two of them don't have the best relationship before they got thrown into this together. And then the next thing they did was, well, be almost as confused as I was at what was happening and just watch. And then
Lafayette just kind of holds out a hand before signing out. What even did you do, or what even happened? I wasn't there.
I was trying out my wild shape to turn into a fox, but then everybody got mad at me for being a fox. Apparently foxes aren't welcome in towns. So somebody kept hitting me with a broom, and then I got mad, and I changed back to normal, and I tried to scare them. And I also threw in the word witch. And to my surprise, everybody, all at once, like some sort of group of mindless machines, grabbed me and said they were going to throw me to the Kraken in the lake. Without any hesitation, without any verification whatsoever. It was very confusing and very scary.
Lafayette leans back to consider things for a second before just letting out a slow exhale through her nose. She will then begin to sign once more. Firstly, it's very neat that you can shape into animals now. Second, I think the reason why being a fox in a middle of an area like this, of a populated area, it's more because of like you're seen as like more of a wild animal. Most wild animals tend to cause a little bit of havoc in the marketplace sometimes. It's not uncommon. But the whole reaction of you kind of turning back and jump scaring some people, while hilarious, don't get me wrong, most people can't take a joke like that very well. Maybe due to some past trauma or past events of the town's history, I don't know.
I get that already. I understand that completely. But Lafayette, if I was an actual witch, like a hag or something, which supposedly they have dealt with the hag in the past, from what I gathered. But if I was an actual hag, all those people would potentially be dead, if not just irreversibly mutilated in some fashion. That was not a smart thing for them to do in any capacity. I understand why they did it, but I am dumbfounded that they did it.
How much of this place do I actually know during my travels?
You do know that, well, thing is, Abyssia itself, the continent, is extremely prejudiced against anything that they would see as evil.
Would that be like found in a history book or something?
Yes. That is common knowledge to anyone that lives in Abyssia. Basically, the whole country is, best way to describe it, extremely prejudice and holier than thou.
Yep. Lafayette will nod and then proceed to slide off the bed. And is there like a bookshelf nearby?
Yeah.
I'm gonna actually poke through it to see if there's like something. Maybe if it won't be like an exact recreation because I don't think there's a library here. But I'm gonna try to see if I can't find like something equivalent that will actually tell like a good general summary of like
There's
the
a
history.
library here.
Oh, is there?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I rest my case. Hold on. Or change my case.
It's right here.
I don't have the thing open. Hold on. Do it again. Okay. Lafayette will proceed to sign out. Kind of give like a general rundown of basically what the DM said. More of like the fact that it's more of like a set mindset in this land, essentially.
That's disgusting. That's absolutely horrible. And that's just commonplace in this country. It's no wonder something like the island of Ash exists.
Lafayette nods and then just kind of turns her head towards you. And then signs out. Holds up. Nah. She begins to sign out. It's been like this ever since I've been alive. It's been like this ever since before any of us have been alive, I'm pretty sure. As such, it's just become a staple mindset for everybody to understand. Some people would consider the Isle a luxury in a fashion. That's why you have so many criminals there. But when they get there, it's not really a life of luxury anymore, is it?
I don't know if it ever was. The closest thing to luxury that my island has, in my opinion, would be Lost Star. We don't have a lot there, and everybody's halfway towards death, but it's a beautiful place, and we have each other.
Lafayette then signs out. Hold those that you treasure close to you, because that's the most valuable thing you can ever have in a situation like that. When you're someone who commits a crime with literally nothing left to lose, and then gets it onto the island on top of that, they're just monsters at that point. So there are still some good people we can bring back here at some point.
Lafayette, if you don't mind me... Well, I'm sure you don't mind me being completely serious and not a stupid gothic clown. But being completely serious with you.
I was gonna make a really sassy fucking comment, but then you made the serious comment, so I'm withholding my comment.
To be serious with you for a moment. This entire thing, everything around it, everything that could come of it, for the most part, it all just seems really fucked.
She just nods.
So, now we're in a situation where we have to figure out who this evil organization is that's spreading around blight rot and amongst other horrible things like, well, more than just human trafficking. It's more than just humans. I don't know what the terminology for that would be. Sentient person.
I would just say trafficking.
Just trafficking by itself works.
Trafficking for one of their bigger crimes that we actually know about. We have to figure out what's going on with that group and take them down when they could be on the verge, for all we know, for all anybody knows, of turning this entire country into a zombie wasteland. And honestly, if I had to hazard a guess, it's because of their mindset.
And she nods at that.
Don't worry, I'm not going to switch sides or something stupid like that. As horrible as the people on the mainland apparently are, I don't think that they deserve mass genocide or something insane like that. I still want a place for my people to come home to, even if they won't be welcome.
Lafayette signs out. It's not all people who share this mindset. There are people that defy this mindset.
Then where were all the other volunteers? Did I hit you with a hard one?
No, sorry, you're gonna have to repeat that because my mother came in at the same time.
Okay, I said, well then where are all the other volunteers?
Lafayette just shrugs.
Well, then again, could have been worse. Could have gotten some sort of military drill sergeant who, every time I made a sassy comment, would tell me to drop and give them 20.
Lafayette just kind of raises a brow.
What? That's a thing, right?
Lafayette then signs out something you experienced firsthand.
No, just something that I heard about. My father was a military man, you know? A religious military man. But, you know, he led an army.
Lafayette just nods and signs out. Makes sense. Besides, you could barely do. I hardly think you could do a push-up with the way of your alignment. No offense.
Yeah, I'm kind of like If I try to lay down on my stomach, then because of the way that my back is, I'd be shaped a little bit more like a trapezoid.
Consider a body slam on your back. Would that make it straight?
I'm brittle enough that might just bend me the opposite direction, and then I'd be walking around staring at the sky.
There's a very, very devious glint that just formed in her eye.
No, don't you dare.
It's just a smug grin through the fucking mask. You can just see the slight outline before she just shakes her head.
I mean to never lay down on my stomach around you. You fluffy little heathen.
Eyebrow waggle. Before she just shakes her head and signs out. What was supposed to be just a simple education program or re-education program turned into something substantially messy really fast.
There were indeed complications. Listen,
But then again, when is there not?
Listen, Lafayette. I know that I'm a gremlin at the best of times. But I will still do what I can to make things go smoothly as possible. Even though I am mad at this town for acting like a bunch of hillbilly cultists, this is the last line of defense, well, the first line of defense against a zombie apocalypse that we know of. I can't speak for everywhere else in the country and what that group, the Coastal Spectres, or whatever they go by in other locations, are up to. But this place needs help, and if we don't help, then it will more easily spread to the rest of the country.
She will then sign. Then let's try our best to keep things in balance for what it is. Even if you don't belong here, in theory. But time and time again, I've proven theories wrong. I'm sure I can prove the fact that you belong here to be very true. It wouldn't be a theory, it'd be fact at that point. You and Mishpa both belong here, despite your appearance.
Mishpa belongs here a lot more than I do, but...
Doesn't matter. If you're a piece of the puzzle that plays to, completing it, that still means you technically belong here too. And with you playing your piece in the correct spot, that means all those that you care about will get to be here too.
Alright, fair enough. But what do we do about Breia? She's got a lot going on right now. Outside of the fact that she, was a warlock that got her arm ripped off and lost her powers. She has a connection to this individual that we are going to speak to for assistance. Valor. For some reason, I keep thinking victory. No, it's Valor. This Valor individual in Padina. And apparently, Padina also has connections to Breia's past very directly. I just worry that her past is going to become an obstacle for all of us. I'd like to say that we can just throw her to the wolves, but we can't. She is a part of this too now. So we've got to figure out how to help her through this shit. Who knows, maybe she'll even appreciate it.
Lafayette just kind of has this soft look, like, Breia and appreciation.
I'm not sure how much she appreciates that you didn't slice her damn throat, but...
Lafayette just closes her eyes and shakes her head, and just signs, "Oh, I still very easily could, but I did give her a chance to have a shot of redemption, and at least she's trying. I've been spying on her ever since the incident, every chance I can."
Yeah, that's good.
Also, she is an unbelievable bottom.
Slow
Hey,
head
fucking
turn.
yo! Why?
I'm not sorry. I know what I said.
I'll be sure to adjust my fanfiction notes.
No!
Thumbs up. I have added fuel to the fire. You are welcome.
Alright, I didn't want to imagine Tomas as a top, but then again, maybe they're both bottoms.
Hey, yo.
Lafayette just got wide eye and just covers her fucking mouth like, oh god.
And so they were both bottoms. Anyway.
Fuck me, man.
Too late. That's already happening with Maeve.
No.
Well, I think that we've discussed this enough, but I hope that you're somebody that I can talk to whenever I want to, actually get serious for a moment.
Lafayette signs out. Not like I can speak. It's not like I can make any noise for that matter.
You can still communicate, and thus I do feel that I can converse with you about these things.
She gives a thumbs up before holding up a finger and going back to her pack, and then pulls out a book and then hands it over.
What's this?
She then signs out a book. Give it to Tomas, please.
Oh, okay. Sure thing. I assume that when we visit the hot springs later, you're going to sit it out, Fluffy Butt.
She kind of like looks at her fur and then just kind of teeters her head back and forth. Kind of up in the air right now.
Yeah, well, worst case scenario, you could always just not get into the water.
She kind of nods at that. It's a fair point.
I do appreciate... I would enjoy your company. Platonically, of course.
Just closes her eyes, and you could tell that be judging by the motions, she's making like a silent chuckle before nodding.
Alright, well, see you later, and I'm gonna go give this book to Tomas now.
She gives a thumbs up and also signs out. And be sure Mishpa doesn't get too invested into the drinking.
Oh, that'll be your duty when you go to the drink till you drop thing. I think that I'd rather have some... Well, I doubt that you guys will allow me to house sit a child by myself. But if you did, I assure you that I wouldn't do anything crazy. Not tonight.
For the sake of it, give me a persuasion check, please. Just to see.
For what it's worth.
I just want to see a persuasion check from you, please. Yeah, it tracks. But it still passes. Lafayette will just give a approving nod and just wave her hand dismissively at you.
And with that, Nani is going to go find Thomas, maybe at his room, if he is there.
Thomas, where you be?
I have been staying in the main area.
Okay, the bar.
Yeah. I've been staying
Okay.
at the bar.
Okay.
You actually
Just-
before Nani appears, you actually feel a slight scritch at your side, and Christo is trying to get your attention.
Yes, what is it?
Oi, mate. You might wanna get some juice in you. You're looking a little pale, paler than usual.
Yes, I have been feeling a little down lately. Just gotta scroll back up to find there it is. Wine should do it. Could I get some rose wine, please?
Christo bites you.
Oh. You think they have juice here? Please.
You get the beverages menu. Here.
Soup.
Boop.
Oh.
You think they have juice here? Meanwhile, up right above him, just out of view, now serving juice. When your perception check fails that hard.
Part of me does want to make a perception check.
Go ahead.
Ah, fuck. It's all fun and games until you actually have to make the check. 15.
And again, he's... Okay.
Okay, you see a big chalkboard sign that says now selling juice.
Oh, would you look at that? I'll take some juice as well. Berry juice.
You get some berry juice. And Nani, this is about the time that you come down.
Yeah, and you see Tom with both a glass of juice as well as a glass of wine.
Okay. What is the book's title?
Let me check. Because I know this.
I know this. I invented it.
You better.
It is called Soul of the Coven.
Right. Hey, Thomas.
Nani, what can I do for you?
It's not what you can do for me. It's what I can do for you. Here is a book.
Oh, that's my book, Soul of the Coven.
Oh, so it's your book. Lafayette told me to give it to you.
Ooh. Has she read it? Was she reading it, or
I
is it
don't
just...
know. I don't know. She just took it out of her bag and said, "Give this to Thomas."
Well, all right. If you're interested in reading it, you can have it if you'd like. I don't really need to have a copy of my own book on hand.
Oh, so you don't mean, oh, this is my book. I read this book. I sleep with this book under my pillow. No, you mean this is a book that I wrote.
This is the first book I wrote.
First book? You have written multiple books.
Well, yeah, not quite. I'm still writing the second one. Give me some time.
Ah, okay. So you are a writer. Everybody just went silent at that.
You could call him something like that, yes.
Ah, you're right. I see.
Ah, you're a writer. That's why you can't write a second book.
Okay.
Love that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm calling myself out with that as well. But, like, I don't say that in character. Anyways, Nani's just like, okay, so this is your book. If you want to ask her if she has read your book, you can talk to Lafayette about that. But as for me, well, Soul of the Coven. What is this about?
Ooh, it's a fiction novel, set in a region that I'd made myself. It's got hearing Ari through. I'm hearing myself through Ari's headphone, Ari's mic, and it's distracting.
Yeah, isn't it just?
It's about a man who discovers that he was part of a, well, yes, it's part of the book. It's about a man who discovers he was part of a hag coven. He starts uncovering new magic spells, and he goes on sort of a soul-searching adventure to sort of discover himself.
Alright.
Everyone went real quiet after that.
The entire bar is just dead silent.
So, wait, he discovered that he was a part of what?
A hag coven. It's basically a when multiple hags get together and make a group.
How did he discover that he was a part of a hag coven?
Well, he doesn't discover that he was part of a hag coven. I guess I kind of misphrased that. More so, he discovers that he is the child or the grandchild of a hag coven.
Okay. Well, I will give it a read in my free time.
Please let me know how it goes.
I will. For now, I'm going to go relax in my room until we all decide to hit the hot head springs.
Absolutely. Sure thing.
So,
I assume that you're probably going to be doing your own thing.
Oh yes, I'm just writing down notes.
Alright, take care.
Sure thing. Again, please let me know how what you think of the book.
Will do.
so with that, 4:30 p.m. rolls around, and Breia, you are conscious again. As Maeve actually helps you down the stairs.
See, that's much nicer, thank you.
And you all notice that Breia is walking pretty funny.
Are you
seems,
okay?
And seems very exhausted. Breia, you take 1 level of exhaustion, you are at 1 hit point, and you have -3 to all your dex and charisma saves.
My charisma!
And checks.
How much more must you take from her?
I have nothing, literally.
Lafayette's just over there fucking like gambling with some people, just playing cards, looks over, and then just thinks to herself, yep, total bottom.
What on earth happened?
Hey, Breia, you're walking like somebody shoved corn in your hole. How you doing?
What the fuck?
Oh, but it was more than corn, but it sounds like corn.
I have to go.
Don't you mean you have to waddle?
Is the hot springs just generally accessible at any time?
Yes.
And she waddled away, waddle.
Hey.
God, fuck me.
Say, Breia,
So the very next day,
have you got any grapes?
I'm so sorry for what I've done today.
You should be. You should be.
No, you know what? Just because you said that, no, I'm not.
Everyone will be fucking sorry one day. One day.
Don't worry. I'll fix you, and then you can get temporary vengeance before I put you back at your place. It's okay. Pat.
Also, this next joke I'm not going to say out loud because you two.
No.
Stop! Those in the fucking YouTube channel watching this can
In
make
the
a fair
middle of my
assumption.
fucking drink.
Skill issue. Anyway.
Grapes!
Grapes!
Oh, Thomas.
Hmm.
Did you open the book, at least like the front cover, at some point?
No. The second that she handed the book to him, he recognized the cover and handed it back.
Okay. Nani, did you open it at any point during this time?
Yes.
Okay. On the cover on the inside, there is some writing. You've seen my review of it. Improve. Anonymous.
Oh.
Unfucking believable.
What's up?
You know what? I'm going to save him the heartache.
I mean, he has the book. He's gonna learn. Motherfucker's gonna learn eventually.
I mean, yes, he wasn't super helpful with the Kraken thing, but we bonded over hog facts. I think that I'll let this one slide. Just for him. I don't know. Why does Lafayette go by Anonymous?
Because she is not a mouse. You're welcome.
Anyway. So, Breia, you're going to the hot spring?
Yeah, like, I think truly, like, she gets both a joke and a question thrown at her, and she just kind of shakes her head and then walks away.
Oh, what's the matter, love? You're not going to go to the drink till you drop? It sounds like fun.
To be quite honest, I had forgotten about that. It might be useful right now, honestly. Who was going to that again?
It was you, Mishpa. I don't know who else. I think it was you, Mishpa, and Lafayette.
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah.
I was pretty sure Lafayette was going with us. Nani, I think, was
She
going
wanted
to go
them.
babysit.
Yeah.
Don't know if that's still her plan right now.
Yeah.
Woo.
After that discussion, yeah, I think that's still the initial plan because, weirdly enough, Lafayette trusts her.
E. Trust. And pixie dust. Anyway. So. We shall split the scene. On one hand, you have Breia, Mishpa, and Lafayette going to the drink till you drop. On the other, you have Nani going to babysit. Thomas, what are you wanting to do during this time? Are you wanting to go with Nani? Do you want to go with the party goers? Or are you going to do something else?
I am going to join with Nani because I feel obligated to ensure that, especially after the previous day,
It's still the same day.
Oh.
Still the same day.
Especially with what happened 2 hours ago.
We don't talk about that. It's fine. We don't talk about that.
We don't talk about Bruno.
No.
He needs to be accompanied by someone.
Normally, this is the part where I'd say that you really don't have to, but honestly, with how fucking stupid the people in this town are, I appreciate having somebody on hand who will, if things happen, say something in my defense to keep people from throwing me to a giant monster in the lake. Right?
Yes, of course.
This is fine.
Alright. Well then. Let us go see about this child who needs to be babysit so that the mother can probably go drink till she drops.
That's a very drab assumption.
Yeah, we don't know until we get there.
You won't know till you drop.
Drop by.
Once you pop the fun, don't stop.
Just like Breia.
It's a fun
Anyway.
Damn.
Anyway, let's start with the drinkers.
Yay!
Ah, shit.
Alcoholism.
Oh, hell yeah.
I know what you like. Anyway, so 5 p.m. rolls around. Also, pay up 3 gold. Because that is the entry fee.
Each?
Yes. Hey, Lisa's going to an orphanage.
That's why Lafayette's doing it. She's doing it full-heartedly, knowing that she's not going to win, but she's just doing it purely just to donate to the orphanage. And also have free booze, quote-unquote.
After some time of people gathering and talking, you see some people are already having some pre-drinks, getting prepared. You see the other competitors are a dwarf, a tiefling, and a halfling.
If that dwarf does not win, the dwarf is a fucking amateur.
I was gonna say, so this is a foregone conclusion then, alright.
So, enlighten me how exactly this is supposed to work.
Well, either it'll be a sequence of drinks getting increasingly stronger, or it'll be a singular drink over and over again until we all drop out.
A soft inhale as she lowers her mask, and she's going to whistle, and she's going to get attention of one of the game runners here, basically trying to get someone's attention to help explain things as well.
You actually get the attention of a human, who comes over. Oh yeah,
Yep,
can I help you?
She'll make a hand motion towards the other two. basically saying, ask for the fucking rules.
Yes, I am new to these kinds of events. I just wanted to make sure I understood the rules and limits of this contest.
Oh, don't worry, love. We're about to explain it in a short amount of time. Name's Dave Pendragon. I am the owner of this brewery. He holds his hand out to he holds his hand out to shake. You look like you can take your share of liquor.
Mishpa, thank you. And I've actually never tried alcohol before. This is my first time.
Oh, you're in for a treat, lass.
Really?
He gives you a strong pat on the back.
What an absolutely phenomenal start.
She grunts a bit, but smiles and returns it because, rough gestures of affection are no stranger to her. She rather likes that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm. So are all three of you gonna be running in this?
Yes, we are.
Ah, splendid! We got some lasses in here.
Is that unusual somehow?
I mean, this is my first time opening a brewery in here. But, you know the stereotype.
And what if we don't?
I suppose I do.
I mean, I don't. I'm not familiar with many stereotypes around here.
The stereotype is men tend to drink more than women. And they also tend to be the ones that hold their liquor better.
Oh, well, that seems entirely unfair.
Well,
I mean, if you're drinking to hold it, then I feel like you're drinking for the wrong reason.
Well, here's your chance to prove them wrong, lass.
I shall do my best.
Good lass. And he pats your back again before standing up to a podium and clanging a cowbell. Alright, listen up. Here are the rules for the game. This is the Drink Till You Drop event. Each of you that are competing will take a drink per round. Whoever takes the most drinks without dropping, win. And what do you win, you may ask? Well, you will win the 250 gold grand prize and free drinks for life.
I love that there was no...
Yeah!
I love that there was no S after that initial win. It's just like, whoever drinks the most without dropping, win.
He turned into Toad from Mario Party for a second.
Anyway, to explain it mechanically, you each take a drink, and there's a starting DC that increases each round until there's only one person remaining.
Again,
Incredible.
for the record, I know my limits. So at the second, I know, my body's going to start rejecting it is when I'm going to stop. Lafayette will quit early.
Okay.
The second it goes
Coward.
bad, of course.
Coward.
No, someone has to watch, you fucking idiots.
You know what? That's fair.
Okay.
I'm the designated driver as much as I don't fucking want to be.
So... Alrighty. You guys ready?
Yeah, let's say so.
Art's not prepared for barf, because you're going to be.
Okay. round 1. Roll me con saves.
Oh, great and powerful dice. What do you think?
Come on, roll 20. There we go.
Yep, that's what I expected.
Uh-oh.
That is a 1 in a 20 immediately off the rip from you.
Breia, you take one sip and you immediately are hit with more exhaustion and you just pass out on the floor and your drink spills all over you.
Lafayette, like, looks over, like, she's taking her slow and sweet time, and she's just very dumbfounded on how fucking fast you folded.
Meanwhile, Mishpa, this is nothing. Though Lafayette, it's already starting to kick in. This is some really strong stuff.
She'll go for another round, but if she's going to lose that one, then she's going to back out after that before she gets too intoxicated.
You lost that one.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, DC was 8.
This is fine.
Now
I can
for
take
the-
1 L.
The tiefling is going strong. Okay, so it's the dwarf. The halfling passes out.
No, but halflings.
Purely because I cannot let this stand, and I hate to use this for this. Since the round isn't over, can I use my inspiration?
Sure.
Does that mean that they take the 20 or something?
I'll let you take the 20.
I was gonna say, can we argue that that counts as the second roll?
Yes. So, we have Mishpa, Breia, the tiefling, and the dwarf.
Oh my. This is quite a buzz to it.
Alright, round 2. Roll. Mm-hmm. Breia?
Sorry, I accidentally clicked out of my entire browser. Give me like 2 seconds.
Don't you hate when that happens?
By the way, Mishpa, you saved.
I figured. If the first DC was... I was going to be real concerned if it went over 15.
Nah,
Alright, failing now is acceptable.
Yeah, you're out. You're just way too exhausted. Tiefling's out.
Meanwhile, Lafayette just sitting here enjoying herself the entire time.
And the dwarf is still in. Okay. It's between Mishpa and the dwarf now.
Am I allowed to like get another drink just to enjoy before watching the show? Perfect.
Yeah, you can get a less strong drink just to enjoy.
Cool. I'm gonna lean back in the fucking competition seat and just watch.
You actually see some people are starting to take bets on Mishpa or the dwarf.
Damn it. I can't do that easily. I was gonna fucking go around collecting bets, but I can't speak, so it's very tricky.
Alright.
No, try. See how many of them understand sign language.
True, I'll give it a shot.
Okay, roll me persuasion.
And then have everyone roll intelligence to see how well they know sign language.
13.
Not bad. Okay. Let me do something. You find a couple people that understand sign language.
I'm going to ask them to help, sign out. Listen, you fucking draw in a crowd and place bets, I'll give you a solid cut of the bettings at the end of the day.
Okay, who are you betting on?
Mishpa.
Okay.
I'm putting my bet on Mishpa, but I'm also gathering up bets from everybody. So basically, I'm just collecting a fuck ton of money ready to distribute it. And also potentially steal, depending. We'll see.
Jesus.
Okay, so Mishpa, round 3, roll.
Okay.
Okay, you save. And so does the dwarf.
After she polishes off her third drink, Mishpa is actually really starting to enjoy herself. She actually clanks her mug with the dwarfs, because no matter who wins at this point, she feels like she's a winner in her heart.
Fabulous, wonderful.
She has discovered something wonderful this day.
Okay, round 4.
I am a horrible influence.
You save,
Oh!
and so does the dwarf.
Yeah.
Come on now! This is real competition. This is good shit.
Round 5. You
Yes!
save.
Let's go, Mishpa!
Yes!
Mishpa, you win as the dwarf on his 5th and final drink tips over backward in his chair and thuds on the ground.
And that's fucking bank for me. Thank you, Mishpa.
Not
Fuck
bad for a first time, I don't think.
I will proceed to collect the winnings properly and distribute the winnings to others as well, but I'm definitely keeping my hefty portion, and I will also give a cut to the individual that helped me gather people up.
Okie dokie.
Breia's just kind of drunkenly applauding you.
The winnings is 89 gold.
Yoink. Fucking yoink. I love being a shit.
I
said
love
anyone?
being a problem.
You said 81?
89.
89. Oh.
Damn.
So that would be nice.
And Mishpa, you get 250 gold as your grand prize and free drinks for life at the brewery.
I don't suppose I can extend that to friends, can I?
Roll a persuasion check with disadvantage since you're drunk.
Of course.
I mean, what's gonna happen if you just take a drink and then hand it to somebody else? Inspiration, come on!
13.
He says okay. He rolled
Fuck
one
yeah!
He rolled 1 less than you.
That's right.
Guess what, girls? We're drinking forever.
Lafayette fucking
That's
hops
the best
up on
news I've ever heard.
Lafayette hops up into the table and then points at the brewmaster. And then signs out, "You're strong as shit right now."
Okay, he hands you a bottle of Fireball rum.
Fuck yeah.
Hell yeah. Breia also, looks at him and just says, I will immediately pass out when you hand this to me. So I'm just going to let you know that in advance. Second
What?
strongest thing you have.
Okay. He gives you... Let me see... Where'd it go? Okay, he gives you a special brew known as the Hydra.
Oh. It'll have you on your ass in 3 ways. Maybe more.
And
It's
the
a good
effect
day.
of such a thing would be...
It is a cocktail drink, which, it has a myriad of different flavors, depending on how long you have it in your mouth.
A myriad being...
Sweet,
at
sour,
least...
acidic, fruity, liqueur. Yeah. It just
That's the
changes,
shit I want.
It just changes flavors every time you drink.
It's the fucking, what's that, like, gum from Willy Wonka that changes flavor through an entire dinner course?
Mhm.
Yeah, that's exactly what that reminded me of, actually.
Amazing.
Today's a good day.
It's a good day. It's a bad day, but it's a good day.
Before you promptly pass out, I assume Lafayette's going to quickly drink your drinks. That way you don't fucking spill it.
That is correct.
Yep.
I think, like, as you're doing that, Mishpa sort of sidles up to the two of you and glances between the two. You see her starting to sway a little bit back and forth, like a snake being charmed for a moment. Her forked tongue is hanging out of her mouth, and she leans in close, and you both feel one of her powerful arms draped over the two of you. I need to tell both of you a secret.
One's passed out, the other one can't speak.
I think passed out seems like a strong phrase. She can't stand anymore.
Yeah.
Now seems like a reasonable time for such a thing, yeah.
Yes, well, the two of you, I can't help it. There's just something so sexy about a woman I could break in half without any effort at all.
And it would be the second time today.
Not for all of us. And she sort of drunkenly twists her neck towards Lafayette.
Slowly puts a fucking finger to your snoot and slowly turns you away.
What's the matter, Lafayette? You don't like fun?
Oh, no. Let her play hard to get.
Oh lord, so this is where this is going, huh?
You're the one who let her drink. She's never
know
tried
what I
alcohol
fucking did.
before.
Of all the types of... She's a horny drunk, the worst kind.
See,
Well, I guess
worse.
with somebody that big, it would be violent drunk that would be the worst.
Violent would be far more dangerous.
So, while you all are basking in your merriment at Mishpa's winnings,
What's going on with the daycare squad?
actually, hold on. Do I have another? I did. Well, yeah, okay, let's do this one. There we go. Okay. Nani and Tomas. You all go to the home that you were told to go to via the quest board to babysit for the family. When you knock at the door, you see two elven people standing there, very nicely dressed. And the woman speaks up. Oh, hello. Are you the sitters for tonight?
Yes, ma'am. I am Thomas. This is Nani.
I'm harmless, I swear.
Yes, she can be a little awkward sometimes. And who is the child we're taking care of tonight?
Well, it's not just my child, but also our cat, if that's all right.
I love cats.
Absolutely, I love pets.
Good, good. My name is Evelyn, and this is Tora. And the male gives a respectful nod.
He seems like the strong silent type.
He is, but he is such a dear. We're just going to enjoy a nice dinner date for the evening. We should be back around 9 p.m. But we just need someone to watch Tambi and our cat Blossom.
Absolutely. Is there a
And,
time that you need them in bed or anything?
He should possibly be going to bed by the time we get home, so we should be able to say goodnight to him.
Very well.
He just cannot go to sleep without saying goodnight to us.
Okay.
We will make sure they're taken well taken care of.
Is there anything that we should know while we're looking after them?
He does have a bit of separation anxiety. We don't normally go on dates like this for very long because of it. It's not to the point where he'll completely melt down, but as long as you keep him entertained, he should be fine. He'll just get a little bit emotional. I can explain everything when he's put to bed. But other than that, he is a very sweet, if curious boy.
What
she
kinds
calls.
of entertainment does he like?
She leads you into the house, and you see there are a myriad of various toys around the what you could assume would be the living room / play area for the for what seems to be a toddler, about 4 years old, who is playing with a xylophone toy. He loves making music. He loves playing with Blossom. We actually have a few cat toys that we can use, or that you can use. He also has a playset in the backyard for if he gets a little bit antsy. And
Love fucking cat.
And one of his favorite things to do is finger paint.
Do you have finger paint?
Oh yes, of course. And she shows you where everything is. Basically, he has a lot of instrument toys. He has an easel with various paints. He has stamps that he can stamp on, and he also has some educational toys like reading and doing and counting.
Look at these kids' toys. Hey, Thomas, you know how to play a tubalaroon?
No, but I'm sure he'll have a fun time.
I'm sure. And if he doesn't have a fun time, well, at the very least, we'll, keep him inside and safe. But hopefully we can make sure that he has a good time.
You
Oh,
hear
yes.
Evelyn call, "Tambi, come meet your sitters." And slowly from a bedroom, you see a very small 4-year-old boy come out of the bedroom, down the hall and to the living room as he kind of fidgets with his fingers and looks up at you. Hi.
I am a horse.
We'll take great care of him.
Thank you so much. And, she bends down and picks up Tambi before giving him a kiss on the forehead and a hug. Now, you be good for the sitters, alright? Mm-hmm. Good boy. And she gives him another kiss, another hug, making sure it's real tight and firm before setting him down. And she and Torta go out and close the door behind them. And as they leave, you hear a
It is the cat.
You actually see an orange tabby cat.
Lovely.
Right. The kid was.
Tambi kind of looks up at you too.
So, you're a horse and an elf?
Yes.
Yep. That is our anatomy.
How old are you?
I'm 20.
Looks over at Thomas.
I'm not sure if you can count that high.
He's super old.
But you don't look old.
Well, that's how most elves operate. We tend to age very slowly. We can be very old and not look... We can not look very old when we're actually quite old.
Oh.
You're an elf too, right, kid?
Uh-huh. I got pointy ears.
And he kind of pulls at his ears a little bit.
You sure doing. That makes you special. And one day you're going to grow super old, but you're still gonna look and feel really young. Ain't that nice?
Am I gonna get big and tall like him?
And he points at Thomas.
Sure of it.
Yes, but unfortunately only if you eat all your vegetables.
Dang it.
Yes.
Dang it.
Yes,
Kid response. God. My little fucking nephew did that to me whenever I told him. It's like, dang it.
Look, I've been around kids enough. I know how they act.
Nani, could you keep an eye on him and the cat? I need to use the restroom for a moment.
Okay. So who's this little meow meow you have here, Tambi?
That's Blossom.
Oh, Blossom. That's a beautiful name for a cat.
Uh-huh. We found her in Mommy's garden.
Well, you know what they say. You don't adopt cats. Cats adopt you.
Uh-huh. Blossom loves me.
I'm not sure that Blossom would like me very much. I'm scary.
Nuh-uh.
The fucking
Okay.
nah.
Okay, let's test your theory. Oh, Blossom.
And you actually see Blossom come up to you.
I have been blessed by an angel.
She rubs up against your leg.
Aw, she does like me. I'm gonna give her a little scritch scritch.
She leans into it. And she also presents butt for scritches.
Okay, let's not get too into it.
By the way, I'm heading towards the restroom. Is there a window in the restroom?
Yes. There's a small
Okay.
window.
I am going to open up my cloak and talk to my bats. I'm going to tell them, okay, I don't want the kid or the cat to see any of you. No offense to any of you. I'm just not sure if he'd be afraid of bats or not. You know how people can be. So, you all can hang out on the roof, and talk amongst yourselves. Let us know if someone decides to try and break in or anything. But don't interact with anything. Don't go into like people's gardens or anything. And most importantly, do not get seen by people.
You get a
Okay.
collective affirmative.
All right. And he is going to open the window and... All right. Like I said, just on the roof.
Yep. They are deployed and they just kind of hang out. Literally.
Deploy the bat.
And that is when he'll come back.
So are you
Now then.
like Are you a real horse?
Well, I'm not a horse like you'd find on a ranch. I'm a horse like. Have you ever heard of gardenals?
Uh-uh.
Well, have you heard of gods?
Uh-huh.
Gods are funny animals, aren't they?
Uh-huh.
Well, those funny animals need protection. I know you might think that they don't need protection. They're gods, but they do. They need protection. And they need companionship. They need friends. So they make a bunch of little angels that are in their image. Like, a peacock god would make. Well, actually, that one just surrounds themselves by gnolls. Better example. A horse god. A horse god would create a bunch of horse people to surround themselves with.
Ooh,
Hooray for horse friends!
ooh. Mommy told me a story about Lou.
Sound it out. You can do it.
Lou Val Deer.
Luval, dear.
Yeah, he made bunch of fine horses.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Well, I happen to be a descendant of one of those horse people. So that's why I look like a horse too.
Is Val? Is he your daddy?
No. I'm not the descendant of a god. I'm just the descendant of, well, a cardinal. One of his horsey people.
So he's like your granddaddy.
You could take something like that.
In the most technical way, I guess you could say that the gods are grandparents for all cardinals. So if you ever meet an angel person who is shaped like an animal, just know that their grandparent is a god.
I have cardinal too.
Hey, really?
Yeah, I drew a picture of him, and he goes over to his easel, and he flips through a bunch of papers, and he actually flips to one of them, and it's a crude 4-year-old's rendition using finger paints of himself and a very tall blue cow-looking man with long black hair and a wide grin.
Not all animal-shaped peoples are angels. Some of them are, well, other races, like, for example, minotaurs. Minotaurs are bull people. They aren't angels, they just cow people. Are you sure this individual in your drawing here isn't a minotaur?
I don't know. He comes to me when I'm sleeping.
He comes to you when you're sleeping, like in your dreams?
Yeah.
What does he say or do anything?
He make my dreams good.
Well, that sounds good. What Does he say anything interesting?
I get bullied at school, and he says, he says that they bad people, and not listen to them.
Well, that's very sound advice.
Yeah,
You
you
sure
shouldn't.
don't want-
You shouldn't listen to bullies. Yeah, but
Yeah.
just because they're mean doesn't mean they're inherently bad people. You never know what their lives are like, but it doesn't excuse them being mean to you either.
Yeah, they say that my mommy and daddy aren't my real mommy and daddy.
That's terrible. Your mommy and daddy are elves and you're an elf. Why would they assume otherwise?
Besides, even if it were true, what does it matter to them?
Well, I have two mommies.
Oh?
Uh-huh. I have mommy and I have daddy, and I also have church mommy.
Church mommy?
Yeah, she's a kitty. She's a kitty, and she's at the church.
Why do you call her church mommy?
Cause she my mommy until mommy and daddy pick me up.
Oh, I see.
Ooh, yes.
I sometimes see church mommy when we go to church, and I get to say hi to all the other kids. Mommy and daddy have lots of kids.
That's wonderful. Wait, mommy and daddy have lots of kids?
I don't know. Maybe they're church mommies. I don't know.
Your mommy and daddy who you live with, they don't have multiple kids, right? They just have you. And Blossom.
Yeah.
Okay. So, this blue horned individual, do they look kind of cow-like? The drawing of the blue individual? Oh.
Oh no. Oh no.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna let you in on a little secret.
What?
I've met that blue creature there.
Really?
Yes, in fact, he saved my life.
Ooh.
Yes, he's a very nice man.
So I understand if he's taking care of you and giving you good advice in your dreams. He's a really good one. He might look a bit spooky to other people, but he is nice.
Yeah. He's very nice.
Well, as long as you have him as a friend, I'm sure that you'll be on the right path.
Yeah. He's my bestest friend in the whole world. Except for Blossom.
Yes, well, it's hard to compete with Blossom.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna give Blossom a little scritch.
She purrs. But I will
Say-
say...
Say, why don't we have a little bit of fun and do some finger painting, eh?
Yeah!
And with that,
Yep. And with that, the night goes on without incident, and come 9 p.m., the parents return, and, of course, put Tambi to bed. And you actually notice that Blossom actually hops up in Tambi's bed and curls up next to him.
oh, they have
That's sweet.
a bond as thick as thieves.
Indeed they do. And once Tambi is asleep, she closes the door and leads you to the entryway.
You have a wonderful child.
I know. We've really been blessed with him.
Very imaginative child as well.
Oh?
Very creative with his drawings.
Yes, he's our little artist.
I think that he is really good, and that is only shown by his dreams. He told us about his dreams and how he talks to an imaginary friend about, getting bullied at school and the nice things that this imaginary friend says to him. Gives him good advice, legitimately. And it tells me that your boy, deep down, is a really good kid who I really hope has a bright, bright future.
I'm sure he will. We're both very proud of him so far.
Well, I hope that you folks had a wonderful evening. And
we did. It was amazing.
I'm glad. Well, I suppose all that's left is for us to collect payment and be on our way.
Of course. And she gives you, since it was 5 to 9, 5. She gives you 25 gold.
Collectively?
Yes.
Okay, Tomas, you know the rules. Here's 5 for you, 5 for me, and let's make sure the others get some gold.
Very well.
Alright. And with that, is there anything else anyone wishes to do before the night comes to a close?
Besides drag them back into the fucking tavern.
Now, explain to me in detail how you are dragging
I
Mishpa
don't do
anywhere.
shit. I just fucking lead Mishpa to do so.
Yeah, Mishpa's still conscious. She can move under her own power. She just says a lot of really uncomfortable things on the way back. Like, she is unabashedly horny the whole way back.
Fabulous.
Delightful.
And also, uncomfortable for who?
Probably
I
the people
just
around
assumed-
us.
I just assume that her bluntly stating the things that she would do to Lafayette with her mouth would probably set some people off.
If you really think about it, you're fucking in the middle of an open fucking area. People still
I was gonna say.
this fuck. You'd think they answer questions, right? In which we don't answer and just leave.
Breia does seem to be more concerned with the words coming out of your mouth as they individually pass by like groups of people.
It's fucking hilarious.
So, the night passes with no incidents. You all get the benefits of a long rest. Breia, you are back to normal as that can be for you right now. However,
Dark times to be me.
The next morning, you are
Hey, fucking yo.
you are immediately woken up by the sounds of screaming and combat.
Oh no.
It can't be.
Like, is that coming from inside the building or outside of the building?
Outside.
Oh, fuck.
Surely not.
Nani quickly makes her way outside.
Okay.
Hearing the sound of battle, Mishpa quickly pulls herself up out of bed and goes, "Damn it, I think we're under attack." Ow! As she realizes that her head is pounding. This is her very first hangover.
Oh, fuck.
Perfect time to get one too.
Yeah, perfect timing. You feel a very gentle pat and head rub on your head as Lafayette was sleeping with you that night.
Why didn't nobody warn me?
And she just, like, very delicately hops off and just quickly throws on her clothes and shrugs. She can't speak, so she just walks out of the room.
Right, no time to think about it right now. I am needed. And she is going to try her best to push past the pain and head out with everyone else.
Okay. You are appearing outside this building.
Which building, sorry?
This one. And you see a swarm of bandits, mainly humans, squaring off against a Fire Genasi, a Goliath, and a Githyanki. The Fire Genasi standing up proudly with a short sword. "Fear not, citizens! We, the Protectors, will aid in this endeavor. We will drive off these bandits and save the town. Have at thee!"
Is this real or is this a fucking play?
What is up, man?
And they start going at it.
I'm gonna kind of glance the situation real quick. I would like to actually kind of remain inside the building to kind of get an ambush potential going.
Okay.
Do I see, like, this little window up here?
Yes.
Do I know which room that is?
Yes. That is actually your room.
Perfect. Lafayette is actually going to double back inside and rush back up.
Mm-hmm.
And she's going to kind of get into, like, a sniper's position and very carefully lift up the window just enough.
Mm-hmm.
And she's going to set up an ambush potential because she's not sure if this is real or if this is, like, some weird play. Like, what's the intent? As I kind of peek over in the window here.
Would you like to roll an insight?
I would like to roll an insight, please.
Okay, go ahead.
I would also like to make an insight check on this matter.
Mm-hmm.
22.
Yeah, same.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone who wishes to may roll an insight.
Oh, that's actually very good for me.
Tomas and Nani, this is 100%. This is
There we
100%
go.
real, and you need to do something right now, or else these bandits are going to demolish these people. Mishpa and Lafayette, you see some holes in this. You actually notice that despite the fighting that is going on, it looks like all of the attacks are purposely missing. But
Like,
one
full on intentionally?
yes.
So it
Okay.
looks like it kind of looks like they're performing a play.
Kinda. But either Mishpa or Lafayette, can you make me perception checks, please?
How's your perception?
My perception is shite.
Ah, right, yeah, you have ass perception.
I can hear Blossom meowing in the flowers. She's in terror.
That's my baby.
Lafayette.
15.
Carol.
Lafayette. You do notice towards the lake, something very real is going on. You notice that there are people trying to go to the lake to get Urshan the Kraken, likely, in panic. But they're being shot down.
Shot down?
They are being killed.
Wait, where are they being killed by? The tentacle?
Arrows, it looks like.
And from what direction?
It seems to be coming from the east side of town.
Okay, so... this is a distraction here. But it's still malice-filled intense, technically. Right?
At this point, it's unclear. Like, you can see that these guys are putting on a show of some sort, but the panic in the village is extremely real.
I'm going to crawl out the window and kind of get on the roof to try to see if I can't see what's going on past that point. Like, and also try to see if I can't get a shot on the people that's taking shots at the civilians.
Okay.
Thank you, Climbing Claws.
I am going to attempt to join the fight.
Okay.
Let's see. Movement speed is 35.
Can I make a grab for him?
Sure.
He does say, "Bandits, move in!" Before
Mishpa,
attempting to...
Mishpa is going to reach back and grab you by the back of the shirt.
Make a grapple check.
Okay. It's just strength v strength, right?
Yep.
Okay, I don't think you need to roll.
Yep, she literally grabs you by the back and just hefts you up onto your tiptoes. Like, stop. There's no danger here. This is a choreographed performance.
It is?
It's a dance, not a fight.
Huh. I was a bit confused why none of them were managing to hit each other.
Exactly.
After about a minute or so of this, the bandits, or this bandit here, says, "They're too tough for us. We fall back, retreat!" And they all begin to run away.
Does Nani notice Lafayette up in the window?
She's out on the window. She's going for the roof.
Well, does she notice you walking out onto the roof?
Perception check.
Hooray, my best skill. Quite literally.
Nope.
Fair enough.
And you do notice that when the bandits retreat, the shots stop.
And that's what I can see from my vantage point.
Yep.
I'm going to stare at the Goliath in particular from where I am.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to insight him in particular.
Okay.
Because the way he worded that out did not feel right to me. This almost is like...
No, the Goliath
This
didn't
is
say
like-
that. It was one of the bandits.
Well, who was the one that fucking had like the hurrah, I'm going to save you moment?
The Fire Genasi.
I insight him.
Okay.
Inspiration,
Oh.
fuck you.
Okay.
That's better. I'll take a normal roll over fucking that one, thank you.
You've been in combat before. You've done this before. This is not how attacks work. You don't announce yourself, and the enemies would never let you monologue like that.
I'm gonna take aim to him,
Oh, okay.
and I'm going to wait for a second. But my shot is primed for him.
Okay, the Fire Genasi holds up his short sword as a crowd begins to gather around as the bandits retreat. "Fear not, citizens. We, the protectors,
are here to make sure that this village is safe.
Oh, I want to pull the string. Oh, I want to pull the shot. I want to take the shot. Ooh!
These guys fucking suck.
Ooh!
Yeah, that was a very nice performance. So, what's with the freaking improv theater troupe thing?
Immediately you see the Gith pull her bow back at you before the Fire Genasi holds up a hand. Now, Cricket. Clearly they're interested.
Nani shoots a very... she shoots a look at the Gith Yankee.
The Gith Yankee lowers her bow, but says nothing.
Protectors, huh? So the minute somebody calls foul, you pull your bow on them, eh? You weren't fighting anybody there. You were dancing. That entire thing was choreographed.
I beg to differ. Perhaps you were seeing things wrong, my dear.
I don't know. Did that one even fire a shot?
You do see arrows. They're all around here, but nowhere where the bandits were.
Interesting. So, how good of a shot would you say that she is?
Unfortunately, she does have a little bit of a blind spot.
And what about all the screaming?
Wait a minute. Yeah, those bandits were here. What was going on in the town? She asks, the nearest random person.
We don't know. These bandits just appeared and they started attacking us. And then the protectors showed up and they drove them off.
But what was happening in the rest of the town? People were screaming outside of this concentrated area where the bandits were, right?
Someone... Oh no. And
I did hear screaming elsewhere.
You see a big crowd of people start to go over towards the lakeside, where you see a dozen or so bodies.
What the fuck is this?
And Nani and Tomas, you recognize one of the bodies. It's the mother.
Oh!
Hey, yo?
Protectors? Protectors, my ass. You were pretending to fight a group of bandits. So what the hell is this? None of your arrows made contact with those bandits. None of your attacks made contact with them, and none of their attacks made contact with you. How do you explain that? Because let me tell you something. In the snap of my fingers, I could very easily have any one of you three on the fucking floor. So explain to me why there are a dozen dead bodies here, including the body of a fucking mother who was running for aid.
You see the Fire Genasi leer at the bodies, almost as if he is very displeased. And he sighs. Clearly, one of them got past us and were taking shots at the bodies.
A lot better shot than you! Just one, eh?
It's very interesting that you call yourselves the Protectors, and yet 12 people have died and not a single one of the bandits did. Seriously. From, you're 40 feet away? Not even? How do you miss every single shot you take from that distance? I could shoot a boar at 70 feet.
Mishpa slithers up and slowly starts to circle around the Genasi, examining him. Do I see any sort of like battle scars or wounds or any sort of indication that he has seen any sort of actual combat?
Also, I would like to make a passive insight on the Fire Genasi and the way that he was reacting to all the corpses. Because as an observant, I have a +5 bonus to passive insight as well.
Okie dokie. Firstly, Mishpa. On the Fire Genasi, you see no wounds of any sort. No scars, no cuts, no bruises, not even a scrape. And you actually see that despite saying that he's battle-hardened and such, his clothes are not tattered, they're not dirty, they have not seen a single fight. And the same could be said for the Goliath and the Githyanki. Nani. You see, he didn't look shocked that people died. He looked more irritated. Like something didn't go to plan.
That look on your face. She has a crazy eye, like side eye, leering at him right now. I know that look on your face. It's not a look of shock. It's not a look of regret. It's a look of disappointment that something didn't go according to plan. So, I ask you again. Mr. doesn't have a single scratch on his so-called battle-worn protector body. Why were you dancing with those fake bandits over here while people were getting shot to death over there? We already knew the minute that we heard about you that the protectors, that eventually you were going to create a problem to protect these people from. So, tell us where your bandit compatriots are, or else I will force the information out of you, bandit.
For the record, I'm keeping an eye on each and every single one. Bone is drawn. The second I see any ill intent from any of them, I'm firing.
Frankly, this one makes a mockery of archery.
You have 5 seconds.
Hold on, the DM is doing a thing. Okay. Okay, cool. Nani,
Yes.
make me a wisdom saving throw. Okay, meets it, beats it. He was trying to cast a spell on you.
Oh.
Do I catch that?
Roll me a perception check.
Perception. 19.
Yeah, you saw that behind his back, his hands were making somatic gestures.
Sit tight. 19 to hit.
Yeah, you hit.
I'm going specifically for his fucking leg, right for his thigh, and since this is a surprise attack, it's an automatic critical hit.
Immediately, his leg caves out from under him, and he kneels. Ah! What the?
You just fucked with the wrong group, pal. And she's going to cast Ash Prison on the Githyanki's head.
Okay.
Let me double check to see if there is a...
And specifically, Nani, you were able to tell that he was trying to cast Modify Memory on you.
All right, the Githyanki has to make a Constitution saving throw of 14.
Okay. She rolled a 4.
Okay, so a cloud of ash suddenly bursts from Nani's hands, and it sort of forms like a cloud around the Githyanki's head, but when it condenses, it's almost suffocating the ash that is like, it's burning hot fiery ash that's filling their lungs. They are going to take 2d6 fire damage.
Mm-hmm.
A good 10 damage.
Ouchie.
They are blind, and they can repeat this save every, round, so every 6 seconds. But every round that they fail, while I'm concentrating on this, up to a minute, they will take an additional 1d6 fire damage.
Ouchie.
So while she's suffocating this person with fiery ash, she's glaring at the fire genasi and says, "Tell us where your bandit compatriots are, or you die."
I'm gonna try and grapple the fleeing Goliath.
Okay, go ahead.
And I'm also readying another shot because they have not seen me, I assume.
Nope.
I'm going to run up and fire a shot of my longbow at the Goliath.
Okay. By the way, the Goliath saves. And go ahead and make the longbow shot.
Specifically going to aim for the leg.
Okay. That
19
hits.
to hit for 7 damage.
Yep, that hits, and he collapses. Prone.
All right, then I'm going to take advantage of the Githyanki's blindness, and I will try to grapple them instead.
Okay.
It's much better.
Innocent people don't run, you know. But I love a runner.
The fire genasi looks up at you, Nani. Well, if you kill me, you're not exactly going to get your information, are you?
That's the funny thing, Mr. Fire Genasi. She leans in close to his face and she says, "I'm a healer. I can keep you alive as long as I need until you squeal."
Roll me intimidation with advantage.
16.
You see him visibly tremble.
For the record, at this point, I am climbing down the side of the roof. Also, I need to check DMs for a second.
Man, that's a lot of DMs.
Okay. And as Lafayette climbs down from the thing, she emerges from the bit of bushes here and her necklace is glowing a very, very vibrant red. As her gaze slowly scans across each and every single one of them, before a very unsettling voice erupts from that necklace. Oh, how I'm going to enjoy tormenting each of you. Until I get the answers that we seek. And she's going to pull out her dagger, slowly approach to Goliath, kneel down, and put it right up to his throat. Starting with you in particular.
The Goliath looks absolutely terrified of this small creature. In fact, they all look very terrified. The Genasi actually yells out, Okay, I'll tell you!
Very, very slow head turn as that, like, the eye, like the amber eye that she has is dilated and focusing hard into him.
Nani will snap her fingers and end the Ash prison. Mishpa has them grappled anyways and doesn't want them to die just yet.
They're in a forested area outside of town, the east side.
What was your goal here?
Look, I'm not in the best position right now. I owed these guys a lot of money, and the only way I could get it was, conning a village of their money by offering protection from bandits.
Turning the blade to its hilt, she's going to deck the fuck out of the back of his head with the hilt of the dagger.
That wasn't the only way. There were so many better ways that wouldn't cost people their lives. But now we have to do something terrible. We have to go and we have to take as many lives as they took here. For what? To keep a Kraken from crashing your little performance? They should have known how stupid that was. Don't worry. You three, sounds like you're not bandits. You'll just spend who knows how long in prison. I'll even vouch for you so that they don't feed you to the Kraken. But your bandit friends, they all need to die. And in a way, we'll be taking care of your problem for you now, won't we? And you will be making it up to this entire town what you've done here today. So help me. Get ready for the rest of your lives, boys!
And I'm going to aim for his particular pressure points on the body. Just to go for... Because, Nani, you're so nice for what you are. Lafayette is not. She's going to stab him in the spine and paralyze him.
Okay. He is paralyzed.
Then Lafayette pulls out the dagger, looks at Nani, then looks at him before she stands back upright. Enjoy another issue. Before she spits on him and walks away.
That was just really the perfect way to follow up what I just said now, wasn't it? I feel absolutely no remorse for you, you piece of shit. But on the bright side, you probably can't feel that pain in your leg anymore now, can you?
Are we all psychopaths?
Lafayette is
This
a little
is
bit.
a lot.
Lafayette is a very, very cruel soul whenever she just watched innocents get murdered like that. All for the sake of paying off something.
Okay. Crowd of people that are watching this. Let's get these boys some medical attention and a nice cell, shall we?
At this point, you hear some bones popping because Mishpa has slowly been coiling tighter and tighter around this guy.
We're all crazy. Let's admit it. Though it's funny because the two Bleakborn are sadistic as fuck in this situation here. One's crushing the fucking bones. The other just fucking scared the piss out of them. I'm the fucking neutral, balance here, and yet I sided with evil on this one to stab a motherfucker. How are Breia and Tomas doing?
He is watching.
Breia's not here.
Right. Why aren't you?
They are probably also hungover.
Probably.
Well, no, she's awake. Part of me wonders.
So, Breia,
Yes,
you find where they're going.
fabulous.
And
what do I see?
you see them heading towards a wooded area where you see them meeting up with their fellow bandits, and you actually see someone who looks to be the leader, a large Leonin man with dreadlocks as his mane and several scars on his face and body. This guy looks actually battle-hardened.
Does he look familiar, even if just from like a wanted poster or something?
No.
Gotcha.
But you also do see that they have an ogre with them. That seems to be in some sort of slavery or captivity.
Fabulous. All right. Well, I have the information I came here for. I'm gonna tell the others who can actually do something about it. I'm gonna go tattle on them.
I'm going to tell. I'm going to tell.
Well, oh my god. All right.
But I will say,
Welcome to the party, Breia.
Is that guy paralyzed?
Yes.
Great. Well, if it helps, I figured out where the other bandits went.
Breia, you hear the fucking demonic voice that is emitting from the necklace currently. Where?
Oh, well, that's something I'll have to ask about later, but for now, just follow me, it'll be easier that way.
Be right back, everybody. We're going to go avenge your loved ones.
as you all leave, just as a final fuck you, you hear Tambi, Mommy? Mommy? Get
No!
Fuck you, stop that shit right now. Fuck you. I'll fucking assassinate God. I don't know how I'll do it, but I'll do it.
I'm sorry, Tambi. I
wish I had the power. Maybe someday I will.
Don't focus on what could be. Focus on what is and will be. Blood for blood.
Blood for blood.
And with that, you have a new goal in mind for your stay in Zelta. Not just to protect the citizens that are still alive, but to avenge the ones that have fallen thanks to this group of con artists. And that is where we're going to end today's session.
Congratulations, you have unleashed all 3 of the quote evil sides here, fucking primal bloodlust. Are you proud of yourself?
Yes. Yes.
Ooh,
Well-
we're gonna hurt some motherfuckers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, y'all are gonna hurt some motherfuckers, and I'm gonna stand at a safe distance.
Blood for the blood god!
All
There will be
right.
sacrifices in this moment, and you will be the sacrifice.
I mean, sacrifices to that interesting demon voice that Lafayette has in her necklace, or like, what's up?
Don't worry about it. You'll learn when you learn.
Interesting.
With
We
that
are going
being
to
s-
have words about that.
With that
Don't worry
being
about
Oh
said-
it.
no.
With that being said, good night, everybody.